Have seen your loved ones, but you don't want to go broke in a nursing home, but you want the very best of care. There are a lot of variables here, a lot of different layers, but there's only one company that can put your mind at ease, and that is Elder Advisors. Don't go broke in a nursing home.
Don't do it.
The always entertaining, no question about it. Larry Weiss joins me once again. Welcome back, Larry.
Thank you, John. Oh, as a nod to the previous segment, I have to be clear because I know I watched it with rapt attention, and I know everyone in Kentucky did, and I know a lot of people in Kentucky are thinking about this. John, you're many things. But baby, one thing you're not is barrel-aged. You are drop dead gorgeous. You're beautiful.
Barrel-aged.
You're not barrel-aged. There's nothing about you. You're a good-looking man, John.
So you're
Ramsey.
saying when it applies to humans, barrel-aged is not good? Is that what you're saying? That doesn't sound good.
I don't think anybody wants to be barrel-aged.
Yeah, in a barrel for 10 years, you don't come out looking good.
I don't think anybody's coming out looking good on that one.
A little pickled.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You and I briefly talked before you came on because he's like Elvis Presley, folks. He walks in, he goes on stage, he does his thing. But you said, let's talk real estate today.
Yeah, it's a hot real estate market.
And I have a lot of folks in the real estate industry who come on this show and talk about, we all talk about this. Yeah. Can't find a home. So how has it affected what you do, Larry?
Well, the segue there with the operative word being home is Jeff Hurst, who was on with us a couple of weeks ago. He's definitely our real estate go-to guy for Kentuckiana. Jeff Hurst at Remax Properties, Remax Properties East. We're dealing with a similar real estate hot market, which is placement. Autumn Schneider, she's my right hand. She's really the voice of Elder Advisors. She is struggling trying to find placement homes, real estate for mom and dad right now. It is just very, very tough. I know over in Indiana, a community is shutting down, gave the state the required 60-day notice, so they've got like 40 or 50 residents are moving. And, so supply is quite tight. And the reason I'm mentioning that for the benefits of the viewers today is they've seen us on the shows. We're taking July off from the workshops. We'll be back the first part of August. Steve Langdon once again has accepted our invitation to be our elder law superstar guest attorney because I'm not an attorney Kentuckiana. So we're kind of enjoying the summer with July. Steve's out chasing bear in Yellowstone or whatever he does. I don't know. It's kind of sick. It really is. But, the reality is using the skill set that Steve brings as an attorney, because I'm not an attorney, is for husband and wives Kentuckiana, we can protect all the assets. If one spouse is in care, we can protect all of the assets. If it's a single person, we can protect about half of the assets. But for that to happen, often, the patient is in care or about to go in care. And Autumn has so many cases right now where families are struggling, and Autumn is just doing her level best, going way above and beyond to help families with placement. That wasn't something that I envisioned 25 years ago this month, Kentuckiana. I started my business model July of '96. Yeah.
So how do you battle that, though? You said placement is a struggle. I mean, we're all struggling with the housing market right now. But so what do you do, Larry? What is the answer? I guess you just got. That's why it's nice to have Elder Advisors, because you have so many partnerships.
Yeah, and that's really something that Autumn has really cultivated over the last year. She's really stepped into this role and accepted it. Is she's developed relationships with the communities and relationships with the business office managers. So oftentimes she has their cell numbers, and they have hers. And what I tell the families is a lot of time, if Dakota was doing a better job, Tammy, in production, I'd know what camera we're at. So thank you. That's okay, Dakota. I got camera 13. Dakota, I love you, baby. You're the second best cameraman in Wave 3 except for Zach, okay? I'm just telling you. I'm talking shop on live television, but it's okay.
Talk away.
It's all good. I love, you know what the greatest thing was? I came in the lobby today and Barb is there, and guess what's greeting me? All kinds of lobby chairs.
Really? Oh, so you like that?
Yeah, no more love spacing,
You're a bit of a diva, Larry.
Yeah, well, I like all the chairs.
I like all the chairs.
Barb came back with the beach, from the beach with her blonde hair looking really good. But this is my home, Kentucky, and I love Wave 3. And, of course, John Ramsey. But I digress. Don't go broke in a nursing home because you don't have to. But Autumn is just knocking out of the ballpark. I was with the family yesterday, and the niece is working with us, and we had to confirm the daily rate, which is an important, math equation, and Autumn got right on and texted it, and the girl responded in real time, said the daily rate is, $300 a day. But I need to know that because that comes into our calculation to protect those assets. Because I know a lot of people in Kentucky are thinking, well, but there's a 5-year rule. Look back and no, look. We protect so many houses for people, it's not even funny, because they're convinced they're going to have to sell the house. And as a segue back to Steve Langdon, and I'm only saying this because on the last show he mentioned himself, Steve is an attorney. He's a brilliant attorney. But when his brother went into this terrible situation of health care, Steve was told he'd have to sell the house. And it was completely unnecessary. So when an attorney, because I'm not an attorney, when an attorney gets wrong information and through the best of the legal community, and they're like, well, yeah, I'm sorry, Steve, you're going to have to sell your brother's house. He had 2 little children, huh? Completely unnecessary.
That shows you the focus of expertise of what you do, because regardless of the fact if you're an attorney, a doctor, whatever, if you don't know the rules when it comes to senior care, then maybe that's what everyone suspects and they know, so perception is reality, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, and there's so many people in Kentucky, and already they're being dismissive, like, well, no, I already talked to my financial guy, or talked to my attorney, or talked to my accountant, or whatever, and he said, well, that's what I call barbershop law. It's well-intentioned, but it's almost always wrong. Know one thing and do it well. We're often imitated, but we're never duplicated at Elder Advisors. You like that one?
I do like that.
It was for you. I stayed up all night to come up with that one.
I know you mentioned the fact that you're taking the month of July off with the workshops, but there's a reason why your workshops are popular. A lot of times we all get invites to workshops, and for the most part they are boring. This is different, and here's why I think yours are taking off and attendance continues to grow.
It's really doing great.
Is because it's good news. I think because a lot of people, you think, okay, mom and dad are getting older. Okay, we understand that's emotionally heartbreaking, but the news, how you can help them and how you can save them money is good.
Right, and that's what Steve always says, and he's really the one that coined the phrase. It is good news, Kentucky, and it really is good news, because to a large degree, mom and dad, they're being taken care of. It's that sandwich generation that's struggling with it, dealing with it. I had a gentleman call me this morning at 8 o'clock. Hey, Larry, it's John Doe. And I'm like, who are you? Are you busy? I'm like, who are you? So he starts rolling through the fan. Oh, okay, now I got it. So I was in my truck driving, so I was able to answer his questions, stuff like that. Tim kind of got him pointed in the right direction with paperwork and stuff, and he's dealing. There's another segue back to the this show, which is real estate. It's a hot market. Autumn's trying to place both mom and dad right now, and it's very tough. So a lot of people, this is not anything anybody wants to deal with. I have 2 aging parents right now. It's starting to kind of pick up on my radar a little bit. Nobody wants to have to deal with this. But you also need to stay ahead of it, because otherwise the tail starts wagging the dog, and that's not a fun time.
Because of your contacts, though, what can happen is because of all these people that you know throughout the senior community, when there's an opening, boom, you get a call. Boom, you get a call. So therefore, you're the first to know.
And the other thing is Autumn will call family. And, sometimes they're hesitant, reticent, reluctant, whatever you want to call it. Well, we're just not ready. So they call her 3 days later. Gone. Bed's gone. Gone.
Yep.
It happens.
It's just like with any house that you put a bid on.
That's what I said. This is the real estate market, and it is super hot right now. We're not talking about taking someone that's active in the community and, they're 72 years old and they're doing great and putting them in a nursing home. We're talking about someone that's one fall away from going right back into care because she just got out of rehab 2 months ago. The son's got to be over twice a day to check on him. The grandson's over on the weekend. And if something happens, we got to find placement. And often Autumn knows the right things to say, more importantly, what not to say a lot of times. Because families working off the barbershop law, they start kind of running their mouth, they're nervous, they're saying all these things, and the community's like, I don't think we have a room for you after all. And it's really sad because that really didn't have to happen. So we can kind of, translate, if you will, kind of get to the bottom dollar of this stuff and the information that they want and need.
So Larry, today's show is real estate. The
first segment is real estate is a hot market.
But that's just one of the layers of what you handle at Elder Advisors. So we'll talk about other things. We'll discuss some personal stories. Larry's got plenty of them. Again, don't go broke in a nursing home. He's Larry Weiss. We'll be right back with Elder Advisors on Wave 3 Listens Live.